Hey everybody, here is my traditional recap of Messari's quarterly report on Polkadot, including why to be highly bullish on Polkadot next year. In quarter 3, Polkadot 1.0 was completed, meaning all promises from the original Polkadot white paper have been delivered. The next iteration, Polkadot 2.0, will be fully community-driven and will further decentralize its development and governance. So the future development of Polkadot protocol is ensured by this Polkadot Technical Fellowship, which is a developer DAO, and the governance is being executed through token holders on-chain voting in the OpenGov. Another big moment was when stablecoin USDC got deployed on Polkadot's Asset Hub. So now both biggest stablecoins, USDT and USDC, are natively supported on Asset Hub. And also XCM keeps rolling out. The number of XCM channels between parachains grew from 155 to 189. Polkadot ended quarter 3 with the DOT staking rate of 49%. That was an increase from 43% at the end of quarter 2. After the great DOT unlock, around 25 million DOT has been staked, so the current staking rate of DOT has increased to 50%. Since the ideal staking rate has been increased to 60%, the staking rewards for nominators are now higher than usual, which incentivizes more DOT holders to stake, so it can be expected that staked DOT will continue going up, getting closer to around 55%. This chart shows the development of the Polkadot Treasury balance. Since January, the Treasury balance is stable between 40 to 45 million DOT. The Treasury is currently sitting at 44 million DOT, worth of $218 million. At the end of the current spend period, in 16 days, 1% of the treasury balance will be burned, which is over 440,000 DOT, and over 110,000 DOT will be awarded to approved treasury proposals. So still much more treasury DOT gets burned than what is awarded to fund the development of Polkadot, which clearly indicates how early it is for the OpenGov, because the distribution of treasury funds is still somewhat inefficient. Now user activity, average daily active addresses on the Polkadot Relay chain reached 5.2 thousand, slightly lower, yet still comparable to previous quarters. But here it needs to be reminded that most activity happens on parachains and not on the Relay chain, so comparing user activity on the Polkadot Relay chain with activity on major layer 1 chains is not very relevant. Now, developer activity. Messari pulls data from this great website that monitors developer activity on all chains. Look at these two charts. This is total monthly active developers on Polkadot, over 1800 monthly active devs with 621 full-time developers. Full-time devs is this blue line. So the number of total active developers on Polkadot has decreased compared to the peak last year, but that's understandable given the crypto cycle, and the drop is not that big. Polkadot has consistently the second largest developer community to Ethereum. This announcement by Web3 Foundation was also quite notable. Polkadot marketing will start to be driven solely by the broader Polkadot community, developer teams, and basically everyone who somehow contributes to the growth of Polkadot will be able to apply for funding from this Web3 Foundation program, into which 20 million Swiss francs and 5 million DOT will be injected throughout the next year. Yet another demonstration that Parity and Web3 Foundation are gradually stepping down and are handing the control over Polkadot to the community. And what to be excited about next year? Asynchronous backing that will increase parachain's throughput 8 times is so close. Async backing is currently being tested on testnets. The launch on Kusama is expected by the end of year, so on Polkadot sometime in the first quarter. Bulk and instantaneous core time is also coming, going live on testnet Rococo by the end of year, so the marketplace with agile core time will also launch in quarter 1. And that's not all, because Polkadot Ethereum Bridge, Snow Bridge, could be in operation already before the end of the year. And personally, I'm also highly excited about the launch of Tansy Network that will simplify the deployment of app chains on Polkadot. This will bring more builders and dApps Tansy is slated to launch a parachain by the first half next year. Currently there is also big support of content creators in the OpenGov, so it can be expected many new creators will emerge with their treasury proposals. This will bring a greater competition among creators, which will hopefully result in many high-quality proposals and a lot of top-notch content about Polkadot. So with all that's coming next year, Polkadot is waking up from a long winter sleep, taking Web3 space by storm next year. Several game-changing network enhancements will be delivered, community-driven Polkadot marketing will level up, and all that with a much greater ease of app chain deployment thanks to Tansy. So it's really hard to not be excited about Polkadot, especially when you look at its current market cap, slightly over 6 billion, with a fully diluted market cap of only 6.5 billion. Polkadot's market cap is much lower than Solana's or Cardano's, despite the fact that Cardano is gonna use Polkadot's SDK to develop its partner chains. Let that sink in. Thanks for watching, until next time.